is a gateway to warding off our own doubts and questions, to learning our own religion, and to then enabling and helping others. When people are walking in with a deep set conviction that Islam is oppressive to women, that Islam is inherently violent, that violence only comes from radical Muslims and not radicals of other strains, that, and they start absorbing that dominant media narrative, then they can fit through as many Jummah khutab and so on. If a glass is already full and you're pouring the best, if you have a glass full of food-colored water and you pour Zamzam in it until the day of judgment, it's still not going to absorb that purity. So similarly, it is a multi-pronged approach. In order to ward off shaitan from ourselves, we must not only nurture our conviction, but we must ward off and deconstruct our doubts and our questions. Remember that I said that the ulama, they use the word shifa, literally that a powerful answer can cure a question. That's the literal translation of the Arabic. And so, alhamdulillah, this is not a responsibility that you carry alone or in isolation, but our hope is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to select us to carry a small part of this responsibility, but see it within that whole. See it within that complete picture. That by answering a question, you can gain credibility to offer a person something for their heart that they would not honestly offer you if you didn't have that credibility. That an audience can walk in fully convinced with that Islam is inherently violent and nobody else is, and through judicious answers of their questions, not what you want, you can bridge to really challenge in the worldview them enough that they will go deconstruct it on their own. And remember that in your question and answer sessions. If a person walks in with all these preconceived notions, now how am I going to deconstruct $200 million and all this hate? It's very simple. With enough tawfiq and competence, you have this whole false narrative. You find one hole, stick a finger in, and point that out. If they honestly see it on their own without feeling marginalized, that starts being deconstructed, and then they're thirsty. Then what is Islam? Then what is the position of women? Then what is this? And that can be a real powerful opening to widening that perspective.